Hey, what's going on, everyone? Train Freak here, and I am sitting at the tracks. Uh, I was on Steve Childers' Friday live stream just a minute ago, and we did get to see a train come by, which was pretty cool. Um, there was there was one car on. It was an auto rack unit train, which are some of my favorite unit trains because it's just the mass graffiti and stuff you get on it. Like you see artwork pieces on there. And one of them had a Droopy, the dog, like an old cartoon, flipping the bird. So I thought that was pretty funny. But hey, we got Rick's Trains here. Welcome, Rick. I hope you're having a good day. Hope things are going good in your neck of the woods. It is Friday. I'm happy that it's Friday because that means I got half a day to go and it is officially the weekend. So, Samuel Souza, Rendell Ellison, welcome. So, like I said, this live stream's not going to be very long. I could probably get about 30 minutes on this one because I was on Steve Childers' live stream earlier. CP368, this time I didn't miss it. That's okay if you miss it. I do not expect anybody and everybody to make all of my live streams. That is pretty much virtually impossible, and I accept the fact that you all have lives outside of railroading and or model railroading. Oh, Rick's on vacation, so it is a great day. How about that? How about that? I go on vacation in a few weeks. So I'm looking forward to it. Me and the wife are going to go up to Branson, Missouri, and then probably either that Friday or Saturday while we're up in that area, we're going to run up to Springfield and check out Iron Planet Hobbies in person. So looking forward to that. So right now, no trains. We already have one go through. And so if you wanted to see that one, you'll have to go to Steve Childers' live stream within the last 30 minutes. So Rick, what kind of vacation are you doing? Like, you know, fill us in. Give us some information. Like, what type of vacation? Because they also have things called staycations too. So, but yesterday was a pretty good day for trains. We caught two. Not sure if I'll catch one within this live stream or not, but we'll see. You never know. But right now, it doesn't look that way. So, but I got me some lunch here, so I'm gonna be stay home vacation. Staycation. That's not a vacation. That is called a staycation. Stay home vacation working on trains. Staycation. Yeah, I'm not doing no staycation. That's the weekends for me. Hmm. Samuel, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. Hooked up some bumpers in the yard. Nice. So Tim is saying I added locomotives to my Midwest Model Railroad wish list after being disappointed that several of the locomotives I wanted suddenly sold out since last week. So I can tell you this, like your best bet when it comes to buying locomotives is pre-orders. I put in a pre-order for one a couple of days ago at my local hobby shop, or one of my two local hobby shops. So, Randall, I'm at work right now. Not much traffic moving today. Most of the trains are tied down at the moment, meaning they have ran out of crews. How about that? That don't surprise me. When it comes to PSR, that doesn't surprise me at all. So, Randall, what'd you think of that picture I sent you with two of those family line system cars tagged together? I mean, it's rare to even see one, but to catch two together, and that was just a few weeks ago. Hey, Tuna Can Express is in the house. What's going on, Dwight Kerley? Got the tuna can. So the wife doesn't like to travel, so if I go somewhere, she stays home, and I go by myself. Oh, okay, well, okay, that makes sense. These I'm thinking some train show vendor bought them for resale since they sold 4 in a week. Yeah, very, very possible, Tim. I know our train show is coming up here pretty soon, and I know Spring Creek trains. I know they'll be at our train show. They're out of Deschler, Nebraska. They'll be coming to Central Arkansas to do our train shows. So Dwight woke up for a nap. So Dwight's waking up and Steve Childers is going down for a nap. How about that? Interesting. So, what locomotives were you looking at trying to get, Tim? Just curious. Let me get me another bite while you're answering that. Okay, Dwight's got a question. Ask questions, Dwight. You will get an answer, but until you get your answer, it might be an answer you like and it might be an answer you don't like. So you got to be careful when asking questions. But yes, feel free to ask any question. Anybody can ask me a question. Now, while we're waiting on Dwight's question and waiting on Tim to tell us what locomotives he gotten, I need to buy 2 decoders. Okay, well, that's not a question. That's a statement. I thought you was going to ask a question, Dwight. Oh, nice. The Santa Fe Bicentennial sold 6 of them in 7 days after they had the same for 6 months. Well, something else to keep in mind, Tim, is where Midwest Model Railroad's at is also a big Santa Fe area. So Dwight wants to know if he buys 2 decoders, will they already have sounds? It depends on the decoder you buy. Not all decoders are created equal. But even if a decoder had sound, you still got to put a speaker on it to hear it. So, just saying. Hey, Nathan DeLay, welcome. Hope you are having a good Friday too, my friend. Still no trains. Not happening right now. Like I said, one came earlier and I was on Steve Childers' stream. So, keep in mind, Midwest, I think, doesn't Ron's Trains and Things, isn't he still sponsored by them? Or I can't remember if he is or isn't. I know Eric over at IMRRO.com is no longer sponsored by them, but I think Ron still might be. Ah, that's awesome, Nathan. I'm glad you're having a good Friday. Yeah, so ironically, like if I'm on StreamYard and I'm hosting, I can see myself and I can see comments. But if I pop, and this is on my phone, so keep this in mind on my phone. If I am on somebody else's live stream, StreamYard doesn't give me the same layout. So I actually have to hit the comments button and pull all the comments up, and then I can't see what's happening in the video, if Steve's trying to show something off. So if I'm just joining someone else's, it's like I can't have my cake and eat it too. But if I'm hosting, I can have my cake and eat it too with the icing on top. All right, let me go back. Let's see here. So Randall said, yeah, I don't know if you saw my comment in Steve's chat, but they had a bad derailment out in Oklahoma, and it's got everything backed up. Okay, so there you have it. So that's not good. Rick is saying, going to save up some money and buy 2 Blue Nami decoders for my Lionel Master big boys. So here's the thing about Blue Nami. They do not have the big Steam version that actually has the recordings of the 4014 or the heavy Steam. So the Steam 2 decoder, which is, Blue Nami offers, does have light steam and medium steam, but not heavy. So just keep that in mind, Rick, that you're not going to get the proper sounds for if you buy Blue Nami on that. George told me I think they are trying to work on getting that version out, but it just hasn't happened yet. Nathan's saying the church I go to is going to share one of my videos at church. That is awesome. Yo, Martin Siersma, welcome, buddy. How far up the tracks can you see? This way, not very far. I can see like 2 grade crossings, and that's because it's going at a slight bend or curve. And then the second grade crossing is actually the top of a hill, so it starts to dip back down. So I can't see far that way at all. Now, if I'm looking this direction, the tracks straighten out, and so I can see about 5 to 6 miles. And yes, I did Google Map it, so I know it's 5 to 6 miles straight down. So I can see a headlight way off in the distance, but it's like one light, so it doesn't separate to like a headlight and ditch lights till it gets about a mile out. And then there's also signals down there that I can see that's about a mile out, maybe 3/4 of a mile. So I can see if I've got a signal, if something's going to be coming from the north side. Or I can see a headlight way off in the distance south of me. So that's my setup. Let's see here. We got people saying hi to people. Midwest has a Conrail SD40-2 that is Yankee Dabbler sold out of, which is great. Yeah, so keep in mind, Tim, a lot of people will buy through specific online hobby shops because of, how close they are. So, like, with you being in upstate New York, your shipping cost is going to be cheaper through Train World and Yankee Dabbler. For me being in the central part of the U.S., my shipping cost is going to be cheaper with Iron Planet Hobbies and Midwest Model Rail. So that's something you just gotta have to, keep in the back of your head. So when you have railroads that are more geographically located, like Conrail up in the Northeast, yes, it's going to sell out quicker at Train World and Yankee Dabbler before they sell out in our area. So just something to keep in mind. Yo, Joe Rader, Black Rock Central in the house, who is a channel member. So welcome, Joe. I don't think I had any other channel members pop in yet. So, well, Dwight Kerley's channel member. So, Joe, you're the second one after Dwight to pop in the house. Nathan, am I going to put a Helix on the layout? Yes. Years down the road. Not anytime soon. Last train I went was when I took a crew to the HDMMRC that was tied down at 2 Mile Crossing. I don't know how BNSF does their train names. I know how UP does. So, and speaking of another channel member, we got Marcus, Mr. 6017 in the house. So welcome, Marcus. So my problem with Midwest is their prices are ridiculous. So. But Midwest, they ship their stuff out quick. Yankee Dabbler, I've ordered stuff through them, and it didn't get shipped out till like 2 days later. So it depends. I mean, each of them's got their perks. But for me, I try to shop locally first before I shop online. And if my local guys either can't get it or they don't have it, and I don't want to wait for them to try to get it in, then I'll just go ahead and order it myself. So, all right, got to get me another bite. So good. Mm. Yeah, Midwest, they're fast. If you order it that morning, they will have it shipped out to you the same day. So, I've ordered the STS cars that we did, the wood chip hoppers. They all came from Midwest, and they actually worked with me on that one. So Nathan, the best, I will say this, as a hobby shop owner, and I'm working out of my house, I would love to have an actual storefront. It is a lot of work. I mean, there. Anytime you try to make money, you have to put in work. I mean, that's just it. It's a lot more work if you try to start up from scratch than taking over something established. For me, I've got 2 hobby shops in the area. Both of these guys are in their 60s, probably getting closer to 70, if not already there. By the time I retire from my job in 2040, they might either be selling out, sold out, I don't know. I would love to take one of them over, but I would try to find a new location for one of them for sure. I just don't think that a model train store should be on the interstate. Model train stores should be right off of active railroad tracks. That's just my 2 cents on that. So, Dwight is saying Lombard hobby is fast too. I've never ordered out of Lombard. Are you going to buy Rapido stuff? Actually, I already own Rapido stuff. So, Rapido makes nice stuff. I wish Rapido would make my passenger cars in HO scale, considering the fact they made them in N. And we have a headlight way off in the distance. What track is it on? I have no clue, because it is so far away. But I'm not seeing the signal on track 1 light up yet. So I'm making the assumption it's going to be like the last train I saw and be on track 2. Track 2. Darby Rail Services, welcome. What's for lunch? So I have mozzarella fried rice with spicy crawfish with yum yum sauce on top of it. So good. Look at that. So good. It's from our local, one of our Asian bistro places we have. Okay, so HTUL, MEM, MEMTUL is a mixed freight that runs from Tulsa to Memphis. It carries mostly steel cool, scrap metal, among others. They sell O-scale. Not sure what O-scale is, what you're talking about, Rick, or what in O-scale. James the Railfanner, what's up? Welcome, James. Don't recognize you to the stream before, so extended welcome. When the train gets a little closer, I'll flip the camera around. My hobby shop guy's in his 80s. Dwight, I mean, I'm a legit company. I'm not just a company by name. Like, I am registered with the state of Arkansas. I have a sales tax ID. So I had to go to the county courthouse, file a name, go to the state Department of Finance and Administration, file for sales tax. I'm legit the real deal. I just don't have a storefront. And right now, I'm not going to have a storefront because there's no point of me putting in a storefront hobby shop with in between 2 successful hobby shops that's a 45-minute drive from each other. That would just be too much competition. I would be setting myself up for failure, big time. Only local store is right next to the CSX main. That's what Tim said. Joe Rader, getting my first Scale Trains loco from Jack Jack. Yeah, Scale Trains makes nice stuff. I mean, the models are beautiful. Nathan's saying, Jason, do they do switching where you're at, or is it just back and forth freight? They don't do any switching in this town. But there is a local that runs back and forth between North Little Rock and Poplar Bluff. And there are a few places that they do pick up and drop off cars. One of those locations is the town just south of me, which is Jacksonville. Now, Union Pacific will not switch the industries out. There is typically a Class 3 short line, such as one of the G&Ws or Watco, that will take cars off of a siding and switch those in and out between the industries. So, Rick saying my hobby shop only sells O, and he is out in the middle of nowhere in farm country. Nothing wrong with that. So Dwight's wanting to know, where can I get the decoders for those? Depending on the decoders, Dwight, you can get them from me. If not, I would say Iron Planet Hobby is probably your cheapest bet with his discount code. Nathan, yes, I do have a business license. James the Railfanner, I'll be railfanning tomorrow on the Norfolk Southern line. Nice. I am on the Union Pacific Hoxie subdivision, and that runs from North Little Rock, Missouri, North Little Rock, Arkansas, to Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Eric, A&C Railroad and N-Scale and Life Journey. Welcome, buddy. I hope you're feeling better from yesterday. And we got Sean Powell here from Laurel, Delaware. Welcome, Sean. Yeah, yeah, I'm going to highlight that for sure. Definitely agree. So, like the hobby shop in Bald Knob, he's got a layout. He's actually got several layouts because he's not just a hobby shop. He actually build layouts for people, like small ovals and whatnot. But his demo layout, he has like a fairly good size O scale. The inside track is 3 rail. The outside track is 2 rail. And then he's got this other layout that is O, N, and Z. And it's like a mountain. So you have O or HO on the bottom, N, mountains up to N, then the mountains up to Z. So, yes, do what Eric said. Hit that like button. Smash the like button. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. You're awesome. I appreciate that. And I'm already falling behind in the chat. I'm starting to feel like Crooked Dave here. I got a DCC ready ET44AC pre-order from Scale Trains. One of the hypotypical units, might throw a Tsunami 2 in it at some point. Can't go wrong with Tsunami 2. And I'm actually in the process of taking all my Tsunami 2s out and putting in Blue Namis. Have you and your family seen Despicable Me 4? No, we haven't. Not really big movie buffs. We like some stuff, but not a lot. The movie that we are looking forward to seeing is Twisters. Just kind of fast forwarding it a little bit. Yep, and BNSF Slayer sub crosses the Union Pacific at Hoxie, Arkansas, which is why it's known as the Hoxie subdivision. And let's see, I'm probably seeing 2 Norfolk Heritage units tomorrow. Hope. Oh, that would be awesome. Do you know which ones you're going to be seeing? And I finally caught back up in the chat, so not as bad as Crooked Dave. But I keep looking back this way because it's getting to the point to where the headlights and the ditch lights are starting to separate, which means it's getting closer. And then I will flip the camera around, so we do have one en route. And so it's amazing to see that we got 15 people in here. You're 16 people. Chat number just went up. So, like I said, we got a train coming. I will flip the camera around so you can watch it out of the hood of my truck. Well, hopefully my phone's not overheating. It's not. I've got cold air blowing on it. So hopefully it doesn't shut off like it did on me yesterday. That kind of sucks because I had the air on but not Not on full blast, but I didn't have it up enough to where it was keeping my phone cool. What is your opinion about the new Amtrak Chargers? Also, I bought a fart gun based on Despicable Me 4. I know you're going to have fun with that fart gun for the most part. I probably would be too. But the Chargers, mixed feelings because I don't ever get to see Amtrak. Amtrak comes through here, but during the middle of the night. So it's, nothing, I guess you could say, that I'm used to seeing. But I've got a friend who's an engineer with Amtrak, and he prefers the P4. I think they're P42s. He doesn't like driving the Chargers. All right, so he is coming. The gates have gone down. It looks like he's running in notch 8 because I am seeing exhaust and heat coming off the top of these units. So there y'all go. Yep, this is the first one of the stream. It's probably going to be the last one of the stream, too. The only one of the stream. Yo, Dave P, DES Media Productions. Welcome. Ooh, Department of Defense flat cars, DODX. How about that? And we got some stats. Frank Steeler fan, 820, welcome. Just in time to see this, what was a mixed freight, now stack train go by. Why am I Norfolk Southern trailing? Well, the one that I saw earlier today had Norfolk Southern in the lead, but that was on Steve Childers' Friday mail call and live stream. It is in the looks, Nathan. They are looking at making the depot in Bald Knob a Amtrak stop, which could potentially open another east and west route through the central part of the U.S. And there she goes. Oop, nope, didn't want to click on that. Close. There we go. Yep. All good things must come to an end, Samuel. The end of the train. I know it. I love mixed freights. Okay, so Railfanning in South Carolina. That is awesome. So I'm assuming, let's see, what railroad would that be? The Southern Railroad that Norfolk Southern took over that went through South Carolina? I'm not very familiar with all the railroads on the eastern part of the U.S. Okay, so yeah, ex-Southern. Okay. Nice. Well, guys, I hate to do this, but if I don't end the stream, I'm going to be late for work. So I'm going to answer one more question, then I'm going to have to go ahead and cut it on out. Would you want some modern trains to be different because they look the same, or is that different than what I'm thinking? For my layout, I've got some modern ones that I put on display, but I don't want anything modern for my layout. If we ever get a club layout ever built up, then I will definitely consider doing modern on it if there is no era restrictions. So, all right, guys. Well, other than that, I got to get back to work. So, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me for the 30 minutes that I was here. Yep, get back to work. I know, Eric. I got to do it. So, I will try to do this some more next week. I'm not sure exactly what days I'll be doing it. So, just make sure that you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, hit that thumbs up, fill in the bell, and then when I get ready to do this the next time, you'll know about it. All right. Other than that, y'all be safe out there. Happy railroading.